So the way to deal with the fear of whether or not you should be in a relationship or not, it's actually quite simple in my experience. Go all in for a certain amount of time. Go all in so that there's nothing, so part of the fear is more about the reason why we're afraid of breaking off a relationship is because we know we've held back. We know we've held back. And so we can't actually experience, you guys know what I'm talking about, yeah? We'll blame them, or I'm not sure about them, but no, we know we've held back. And so when we know we've held back in love, how the fuck can we, have integrity with leaving? That's why it goes on forever, because we're having this internal battle. It's not really the decision about them, it's the decision about us. That makes sense to you guys? Yeah, right? So the decision about us is, am I going to love fully? Am I going to give it all? Am I going to love the fuck out of this woman? Am I going to bring her all of my gifts? Am I going to tussle with her, challenge her, fuck her, caress her, love her, like hold her, protect her? Am I going to give it all for a period of time, 6 months, a year? And then at the end of that, if I've given it all, there'll be no question, right? The reason why there's such indecisiveness for most men that I see, this is particularly I see for men, women too, but I really see this with men. The reason why there's such indecisiveness is because we just haven't given it all. We really haven't. We think we have, we just tell the story we have, but they just don't respond, or they just don't, it's all about what they're not doing. But really, it's a projection. We haven't given it all. Because when we give it all, the decision to stay or leave is pretty fucking clear. Yeah, everybody have that? Yeah. It's a super important distinction to make, and very often, men won't go all in. She doesn't deserve it, or what if I get hurt, or what if it's a waste of my time, or I don't have that much energy, or there's name the reasons why we say we can't. Right? Going all in, I just want to add this little addendum because I know this group has been burden challenged, right? Going all in does not mean spending all your time with her. Or him, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't mean spending all your time with your partner. It means being meticulous about the time you do spend. It means being clear about how you do spend it. Right? It means bringing all of your love and being clear about when you can. Even like David talked about, like he was talking about 5-10 minutes of practice being enough. Last night we talked about 1 minute of practice being enough to really change a moment and change a dynamic. So can you, does that resonate with you? Can you feel where you held back or where you didn't? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then it's hard to leave. Because we're like, but wait, I didn't give it all. But I didn't really try.